Stock Trader Jack, we're finally going to get to that level 2 video I've been talking about. This is on Thinkorswim. This is specifically geared towards day traders because honestly you're not going to really need a lot of these indicators. They're a lot less useful when you're getting into long-term holdings. So what we're going to do is just show the price action based on what, like when you're looking at this chart. I'm going to start off by just saying the thing that a lot of traders don't talk about, it's not necessarily that they don't believe it, it's just that they don't normally talk about it, is everybody's a variable in this game. Every time a person, especially who trades a little bigger, like you can't do much on 10 shares per se, but if you're trading like 100 or 1,000 shares on a stock, you have a say in what direction the stock is going to go, at least in the short term. Whatever side you're on, or if you're a buyer, if you're a seller, it doesn't matter. You are part of this game, and it shows in the level 2s. So I'm actually going to pull up one of the more hot stocks for the day. First thing I'm going to show you, we're going to go over stuff like this. We're going to go over whatever this is, like we're going to talk about all that. But first thing I want to show you, we're going to start on AKTX. So all this buyer volume came in, spiked, had a couple of dips here and there, re-spiked, and now is kind of more on the downward trend. I guess it kind of broke out of here, so it's kind of a weak breakout. But how can you tell which direction a stock is going to go, at least in the short term? So the first spot we're going to talk about is this level 2. So level 2, you can see it right here on Thinkorswim. There's a little box right here that says level 2. It'll plug it right in there for you. This is free data. If you don't see it, or if you're not getting information on there, you just go to your TD Ameritrade account and you subscribe to level 2s for free. Yeah, it's awesome to have this information. You're going to see bids. In short, this is people who are buying. Ask, these are people who are selling. Excuse me. So these are the people who are saying, I will buy this stock at $4.94 and for about 100 shares, 400. You're going to see it kind of go up and down. And then these are the people saying, well, I want to sell it for $4.98 a share for 300 shares. And as soon as one of them makes an agreement, the price changes. You're going to see that there's red, green, white blinking here. Red means that they're reducing their price. Green means they're increasing their price. And then white just means they're not doing anything. It's just staying the same. So prices are now increasing, which means for the short term, the price is going to go up. Just like that. Boom. But you're hitting this resistance. Oh, look at that. They're burning right through it. Perfect. You're seeing like all these large asks coming in, or in other words, sellers who are trying to sell these large positions. There's a big one right there, 201. If you see it over here, we'll tell you whether or not it's actually happening. This is like, okay, this is where the deal is taking place. This is where the deal actually took place, like a record. So these prints, which is what they're called, you can scroll down through them and see, hey, this was actually oh, look at that, big $3,800 share on the buy side, which means it's going to keep going up, and yep, there it is. So if you're seeing a little bit of green and red, that just means that there's a battleground going on. They're trying to decide what direction it's going to go. When you start seeing a lot of green prints, like you don't have to memorize all these different amounts. It's nice to see big amounts in green because that means it'll keep going up. Like if I were buying in right now, it's because, hey, it's going green, and I'm seeing a lot more green showing up than red. Look at that, even higher up. So even just while I've been talking, this thing's gone up. I think we started around, what, I can't remember exactly, 508, somewhere around there, and just reading the level 2s, it tells us what direction it's going to go. Now I'm starting to see some red peek in. There was a big $2,000 order there, 2,000 green. Yeah, it's a battleground right now, but it's not weak yet. So this could very well, at this range, start retesting highs because it's going right against this resistance right here. So if I start seeing a bid come in at 530, I know that it should be able to push past that. If I keep seeing these go down, that means, at least for the short term, we're probably going to lose some weight. But if I want to be a player in this game, I could even throw in, hey, I want to buy, I'm not going to do 1,000,000 shares, I'm going to do 1,000 shares. I'm not actually going to buy this right now, but I am going to just show you, if I click in here and go, okay, that's a little too volatile, so I'm going to go down to 506. Watch, I'm going to get like executed. I throw in my $1,000 order, voila. So there I show up. I'm going to cancel it because I actually don't want to get in because look how weak that's looking. Anyway, you can see me pop up in there. And however, there was no print because I didn't actually make a deal with anybody. No one sold me their shares. So think of this as almost like, this is like grandpa on the car salesman lot saying, I want this car for this price. I want it for $5.21. And this is the car salesman saying, you know, I won't do 523, but I'll do 526. And basically once they hit a deal, voila. And they'll say, okay, I want to, you know, and then you throw in these shares just means like how serious they are. Basically how big their position is going to be. So this is rich grandpa right here, 51. He's like, I still will only spend this much, but he's got a lot more buying power. I mean, it's kind of the best similar. There's probably better ones out there, but honestly, that's a way to think about it. Is this is people negotiating, and this is the deals that actually took place. This is just seeing this up on the board. I'm going to show it to you in kind of in slow-mo. We're going to go to one of these 000 stocks. These are the garbage junk stocks. I mean, more than even penny stocks. There's sub-penny stocks. This just gives you a slow-mo version of what's happening. So let's just say I was like, okay, what direction is this going to go besides the chart? I can see this. This gives me a little more long-term view of where things are headed, who's more confident, and who's really putting a lot more money in. But this says, okay, there's 180,000 shares right here of someone who's like, I'll sell you my shares for 30.0034. There's the bidder, there's grandpa saying, okay, well, there's actually a couple of these. You'll notice this breaks it out more than this does. So this says there's 800,000 shares at 0.0032, but when you break it out, there's actually two different buyers. One at 600,000, one at 200,000. Excuse me. So if these two make a deal, whichever way they make the deal is which way that's going to go down. So someone might come in, you might not even see them pop up here because well, I'm not on the board right now, but if I said, sure, I will buy those shares right now, then sure enough, it would click on that and fill the order. Hey, like I said, this thing's ready to retest the day high, so I'm back at AKTX just because all that green was coming in. Gosh, and it's fake out. Love it. This is why I always wait to make sure that it's a real breakout for confirmation rather than just buying right in at the top. So I mean, it could go past that. I'll actually reset an alarm, create alert. Just let me see what's it looking like right now. If we use these level 2s, you can still see there's, you know, it's battleground right now. I want to see a nice big series of green pop up before I even think this is going to start reversing. What is this looking like? 540. Yeah, it looks more like there's downward pressure. Not big downward pressure, like it's not huge asks and it's not huge bids. So really it's anybody's guess right at the moment. Anyway, back to lease real quick. That was just a quick fun distraction. So if I were to say I want to put in, I'm not going to actually do this because I don't trust this stock right now. I want to wait until it's got better signal. If I put in an order for 180,000 shares with LEAS and fill this right in, this stock would go up. So anyway, that's a quick view of level 2s, how they work. If you have any questions, just go ahead and give me a shout out. Go to stocktraderjack.com. You can respond on this video. Just feel free to contact me and we'll be happy to answer questions or even work on the next, add it to the next video.